Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to go over Honchkrow V, and a huge shout out to CPU. He has been integral in helping me build this. I already had the skeleton idea of this, but CPU, Control Players Unite, is a really good dude. He's been very friendly to me, and I can't wait to sit down across from him and actually have to maybe battle him one day. Let's get together and try to make that happen, CPU. But today we're going to go over Honchkrow V. This is actually a really fun card, and it's going to remind you maybe of Revavroom EX. So Honchkrow V, with its Boss Pockets ability, it says this Pokemon can have up to 4 tool cards attached to it. If for whatever reason it loses this ability, or it's not allowed to have more than 1 attached to it, it can only have 1, so you discard until you have 1 remaining. Now this is a deck that actually doesn't run any energy, so none of the attacks are really going to be useful, except for 1, maybe. Except for 1, and we'll get into that in just a second. We do run the Rotom V with its Insta-Charge ability. Draw the top 3 cards of your deck, but your turn ends, nothing special. We've also got Lumineon with its Luminous Sign ability. When you play it from your hand to the bench, you can search your deck for a supporter card. And the one attacker that we actually have, well, the one that can attack at least, Budew. It has free attack. That's it. Just play it down and start attacking. It only does 10 damage, but your opponent can't use item cards, and this is really good because we want to be able to potentially use 1 or 2 supporters that we have in order to kind of hurt them and punish them for having a bunch of stuff in their hand. We've got the Mimikyu. It makes sure that the EX and V Pokemon cannot hurt it. We've got the Blocklax, well, Snorlax with the block ability, but everybody calls it Blocklax. What its ability says is your opponent's Pokemon cannot retreat. Not that they have a certain amount of retreat cost or anything, just you can't retreat them. There is no such thing. Even with free retreat, you cannot retreat. Radiant Tsareena, it just heals all of your Pokemon for 20 damage. Nothing special, but it is going to be helping us kind of protect and get moving, and we like that. The Sandshrew with its Sand Screen ability, it says that trainer cards in your opponent's discard cannot be put back into their deck by the effect of an item or supporter card. So Pal Pads don't work. So basically what that means is Pal Pad's not going to put your supporters back in. It means stuff like Roseanne's backups, not going to be putting the tool or the stadium in there. You're not going to be using Team Yell to put supporters back in. A lot of this is just there to block and make sure that you can't, or excuse me, and this just really ensures that their resources stay discarded, and that's actually really important. And the last card I want to go over is the Toedscruel with its Slime Mold Colony ability. Cards in your opponent's discard pile cannot be put into their hand by the effects of abilities or trainer cards. So Max Rod, which is an A spec, puts it in your hand. Wrong, can't be doing that. None of those cards can go in. Say somebody uses, I don't know, Pokegear 3.0. Because Pokegear says discard them and then put the items in your hand, Toedscruel says no, you don't do that, you just discard. And it's gonna catch people off guard. We're going to do a quick rapid fire of our supporters because we've got a ton of them in this deck. They're all very important. We've got Penny, pick up a basic Pokemon on your side of the field. Arven, go ahead and just take an item and a tool card from your discard and put it in your hand. Boss, it's a gusting effect. We all know what it does. The one Colress experiment, it's going to search out our stadiums. We don't have any energy, so the other part of it doesn't work. Iono, both players shuffle their hand, put them on the bottom of the deck, and both players draw however many prize cards they have. Xerosic is really good. Your opponent is forced to discard cards until they have 3 cards in their hand remaining. Misfortune Sisters, look at the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck and discard any items that you find there. Then your opponent has to shuffle the rest of the cards back into their deck. Roseanne's backup, it's going to help us get a Pokemon, it's going to help us get a tool, it's going to help us get a stadium, and it's going to help us get an energy. Cyllene, flip 2 coins. For each heads, put a card from your discard on top of your deck in any order that you want. And lastly, Team Yell's Cheer. Team Yell's Cheer says shuffle up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon and supporters, except for more Team Yell Cheer, back into your deck. This is going to help us out potentially with Pokemon recovery if we need it. It's definitely going to help us with supporter recovery like Penny. Because our supporters are so important, we do run 2 Pal Pads because I'm telling you, our supporters are super important and we need those. We do have the A spec for the day being our Hero's Cape. We want to have a big, beefy, supercharged Honchkrow, potentially at 450 HP. Nothing can one-hit KO it unless, you know, we have weakness. But even if they are hitting for weakness, that's okay because we have Protective Goggles. When it's attached to a basic Pokemon, that Pokemon has no weakness. So we all know what Town Store does, but the other stadium is Lively Stadium, and what it says is basic Pokemon get 30 HP more. So potentially we could have a 480 HP Honchkrow sitting on the field going, please try me. Or we could have a 430 HP with no weakness saying, please try me. But anyway, that's the deck list. Let's go ahead and get into it and see how we do. Going second, neither one of them really matter with this deck because we're stall. It's all about control. It's all about maintaining that control. Being able to have the first, basically being made... Being able to probably have the first supporter of the game is important, I would say, so maybe going second is more preferable, but going first also doesn't hurt us either. We are going against a Gholdengo build of some kind. They absolutely can hurt us. Honchkrow is really good here, though. So in a matchup like this where they want to have... So in a matchup like this where they want to have the ability to put stuff in discard or energy in discard and then be able to bring it back into their hand to attack with a Gholdengo, we want to make sure to have the Toedscruel in our bench, or on our bench, I should say. See, now they've got 4, they've already got 5 energy in the discard. We're actually pretty happy with this because it's going to make it even harder for them to get that out with Toedscruel. So we will be targeting our Toedscruel to be able to do this. Okay, Arven here is actually pretty decent. Let's go with an Arven here. I want to be able to... well, I mean, we're definitely going to get the Hero's Cape to protect ourselves, and I think we just get another Nest Ball here. Nest Ball down. Let's see, we do have the Toedscool and the Toedscruel, so let's go ahead and get that. We'll put a Hero's Cape down. I don't mind the Handheld Fan, and we can go ahead and hold off. Next, we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a Rotom. It's super important here. You know what we could have done? We could have done Block Lax and held them inactive. Maybe that might have been a better idea, but we'll see what happens. I don't mind. Go ahead and instant charge here. We do need to kind of get going so that we don't have... so that we get that Toedscruel up and running as fast as possible. That's actually more important than anything else right now. Making sure they can't get a lot of that energy into the active spot. He might be able to get this Honchkrow. We know he's got at least 4, so he could have 2 more. 250. Okay. Protecting that Honchkrow. What we can do here is just throw it here onto that Radiant Greninja. Make it harder for him to get energy out. Team yells cheer. We don't mind that. We can go ahead and Iono here. I think that's fine. We need the cards anyway, and we were hoping we did not get it. That's okay. We can do a Lively Stadium here. We can do the Bravery Charm on Rotom. I don't mind a Switch Cart here into Rotom. And unfortunately, we're going to have to instant charge here. 270 is a lot right now. He's got 8 energy. We need to get this Toedscruel up and running as fast as possible. What we will end up probably doing is a Xerosic here, depending on what they've got. That's 9 energy in the discard. Okay, that's 10 energy. He's probably got the... That's more. Okay. I would guess he's got a superior energy retrieval, which if that's the case, it's going to suck for us, but we could be okay. Drawing more cards, more cards, more cards. We know he's got 4. There's a Hisuian. Okay. Bosses order up the Murkrow, or Honchkrow, I should say. Attach for turn. It should get him. It does kill our Honchkrow. That's okay. We will move this. We'll move this to... We can still do this. This should be okay for us. We just need the Toedscool. Or a way to get the Toedscool. That's a handheld fan. That's not going to get us there. We can drop that there. We can put this here. I don't mind... let's see, what do we get here? The Budew, that's good. Budew down. We can Xerosic here. Make them get rid of 3 cards. Okay. What we can do is instant charge here. Probably kind of looking for a way out, I would guess. As far as, like, retreating, which is fine, because what we'll do here. Okay. Okay, we've got that Ultra Ball. One thing we can do here is Penny. We will Penny up our Rotom. And throw the Honchkrow down, putting more HP on it. What we can do here, we can get rid of this and this. And we can finally go and get our Toedscool. Drop that there. And we will instant charge. Another Gravity Gemstone would be pretty good on this. Let's look at our stack. We could make it so he has a 4 retreat cost on that Goldango. So I kind of like that. I'm not going to lie. An energy retrieval Toedscruel is going to make it almost impossible to do that. And he's going to pass the turn. Okay, we've got a Roseanne's backup. I don't mind putting this on. We're going to Nest Ball here. And we're going to Nest Ball for the Sandshrew. Because now, stuff like Pal Pads and stuff like that aren't going to work. And that's kind of what we want. Let's look at our Cyllene. What would we want here? I would kind of want the Penny. I kind of want a Penny, and I don't mind this Hero's Cape. So let's go ahead and go for... we can do this too. We can drop that there and drop that in. I don't mind. I just misclicked. No big deal. And what we can do is instant charge. Holding off, he now has to use 4 because we have 2 Gravity Gemstones. Yep, can't use your energy retrievals because of Toedscool. Iono here is fine with us. We're just going to get a bunch of stuff in our hand. Night Stretcher here could be fun. We could be going another Pokemon here. Radiant Tsareena isn't a bad thing for us either. Trying to look through, see what he's got. I'm guessing he has nothing left. And he's not able to get this Goldango out of the active right now. Especially since he's not able... There you go. A Hero's Cape. What I would like to do with this Hero's Cape... Actually, let's Arven here. Arven, can you get me a Forest Sealstone? You cannot. That's fine. Let's get ourselves... the Pal Pad here. And let's get ourselves... a Bravery Charm. I think that's fine. Throw the Honchkrow down. That's a Hero's Cape. That's a Bravery Charm. That is a 380 HP Honchkrow. We love it. Go ahead and throw the Pal Pad in. I would like to get a Penny. I think at this point, you know what? Let's get ourselves the Xerosic. I'm okay with that. Those get back, shuffled back in. What can we do with the Night Stretcher? Just 1. We don't need the Honchkrow. Let's go ahead and instant charge. With this Pokemon Catcher, what we're going to try to do is pull up this Goldango here and make it near impossible, absolutely impossible to move. Heavy Ball, looking, probably, oh, gets a Basculin. Okay, no big deal. And it is our turn. Going to the Pokemon Catcher, let's go ahead and get this Goldango. No, that's okay. Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to do it again.
Okay, do it again.
And we don't get it. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. I don't think I have anything that I really want at the moment. I can't use my Lumineon. Team Yell's cheered only. That does get our supporter cards back. Let's look and see what we have in here. I don't know that I'd want anything. Maybe the Iono, maybe the Roseanne's back up, but I think we're fine for now. So we can kind of hold off on Team Yell's cheer and just instant charge. Let's look at our stack and see what we have here again. 2 gemstones and a Bravery Charm. Okay. Uses the boss's order. Now he can run away. And he will bring up one of these Bascu Legions. Because that's going to super KO that Toedscool. Super KO that Toedscool. What's really cool now is it's going to be almost impossible to retreat. Okay, we've got that Mimikyu. Let's go ahead and bring back that Toedscool. We can drop that there. Let's see. I know he's got a ton of... He doesn't have a ton of items, I would guess. We're fine with the boss's order here. You know, it doesn't hurt to Misfortune Sister here. Nothing but a bunch of energy. That's okay. We kind of knew that was going to happen. Let's go ahead and instant charge. Okay, we've got a Xerosic here. I love that. We've got a Xerosic. Let's get our Toedscruel back online. Let's get ourselves that Xerosic going. He's going to have to go down to 3, getting rid of 6 cards here. Ton of energy, ton of other stuff, just getting rid of stuff. We love it. I don't know that I would do anything else. I can't do any of those. This has 380 HP. Let's put the Rescue Board on, just so we can retreat for free. And we'll instant charge here. Okay, it needs 1 more. That's okay. We do have this Pokemon Catcher. What we'll do is we'll pull up this Goldango. Getting rid of more cards. We love to see it. It's going to be very hard for him to be able to get a lot of this energy back. We do have the boss's order, which is probably what we're going to do, and we'll just boss up this Goldango. You have all that energy down in that Bascu Legion, and now it's basically worthless. And we can just go ahead and... You know what? We'll end our turn. We don't need to keep drawing. We don't need to do any of that. We've got plenty of stuff going for us. We've got a lot in our hand. We should be okay. Energy retrieval doesn't work. I have Toedscruel. Yep, we've got the Toedscruel energy. You can still play the card, but it doesn't go into effect. Coin bonus. He's going to deck himself out for us, and we'll just end our turn. Just in case, I'm going to move my screen. Move me down here a little bit. 0 cards in his deck. We're going to be fine. 200. That's okay. The Honchkrow lives. We can go ahead and move that energy there, making it even harder for that Goldango. But we already know he has 0 cards in his deck. Why not? Let's make it a 430 HP and end our turn, winning us the game. Okay, so with this deck, I think going first and going second really doesn't matter, because you've got your Rotom, so we're good to go, and this one you get your Arven or potentially any other supporter. So we'll go second, but it really doesn't hurt us to do either one. And we're going against an Iron Hands. Okay. Iron Hands, Pikachu, so it looks probably either A, Lost Box, or B, it could be Miraidon. Okay, no big deal there. Let's go ahead and give Budew that. Let's go ahead and put Rotom down here. I don't mind a Town Store. So this does take the Hero's Cape down on Budew, takes it out of Ampu very much range. So he's going to be forced to put a bunch more energy and stuff down. It's going to be hard for him because we're going to Itchy Pollen. I don't mind the Town Store here because we can go and get ourselves... We don't have... Okay. What I wouldn't mind here, Protective Glasses. So we can Lumineon down, go and get ourselves a different supporter than the other two we have here. I would love the Arven. Protective glasses down on Lumineon, so now he is no longer weak to Iron Hands. We can then go ahead and Arven here. A Nest Ball could be fun. And you know, let's Bravery Charm this. Nest Ball down for the Mimikyu. And we will Bravery Charm. And let's go ahead and make it harder for them to use items. Kind of hopefully build up their hand, make it harder that now they can't use a Nest Ball. Looking, Nest Ball for Sealstone doesn't have the ability to use that Nest Ball, and that for Sealstone is kind of empty in his hand. Town Store, I would guess, goes and gets, potentially could go get, oh, gets a Bravery Charm. It's fine. Go ahead and put that on our big beefy boy. And we end our turn. We've got the Switch Cart. I don't really mind getting a Xerosix off here. Looking, we've only got an Arven, and we'll have a Xerosix, so it's not quite good to use that. Okay, let's see. Got rid of the Bravery Charm, got rid of the Night Stretch, so we got rid of these 4. That's not terrible. Doesn't hurt us. You know what we can do? Let's just keep on hitting him with that itchy pollen. It would be really cool to get ourselves a... it would be really fun, or really cool, to get ourselves a Penny off of this. Like, just right off the top, we just pull Penny, and just pick up Budew and throw Mimikyu up front and be like, alright. Amp you very much. It's only going to hit us for 100. Budew still lives. Oh, okay, that's not pre-recorded. We'll go ahead and Penny here. We'll pick up our Budew. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll drop Mimikyu down. Budew with the Hero's Cape. And what we can do from here is just Rotom. Why not? Opens it up. We're okay with that. And he's going to instant charge. We've got a Roseanne's backup. Doesn't really help us or hurt us here at all. What we can do, though, is we can get rid of this and a Roseanne's backup. I think that's okay. And kind of look over what we have. Sandshrew could be good here. We do not have the Toedscool. But I don't want to put anything down that can get amped. So we'll just go ahead and be done. We saw what we have as far as Pokemon are concerned, and we can go ahead and instant charge. It would be, again, really cool to pull a Penny off the top. I don't mind. Let's look. We can get the Penny, Xerosix, and an Arven back in with that Team Yell's Cheer. That's probably what we'll do this turn. He'll have to put in work with the Zapdos. But that Zapdos still does not KO because Zapdos cannot give itself the 10 damage boost. If anything, what I would do is if I get the Penny off the top, I will pull up Mimikyu, put any one of these down, Switch Cart it, Mimikyu down, and we'll do Handheld Fan. A boss's order. What you pulling up there, bud? Budew. Okay. Hits me with the arm press. And that'll get it. But also, that was arm press, so it's still only worth one prize card for all of that work. Okay, we've got a Bravery Charm. I don't mind throwing that down here on that Rotom. We can Team Yell here. I would like to get back my Penny, my Xerosix. You know what? We can save that Budew for later. Let's get Arven back. And we'll just go ahead and instant charge. We've got a Penny now, and a Pal Pad to put that Penny back. We also have the Pal Pad to put the Roseannes back, because that's how we get... That is actually how we get the Hero's Cape back. Boss's order, that's okay. Bring up that Lumineon. Oh, a Rotom. Okay. Here's what we do. We throw Sandshrew down, we Penny, and we pick up that Rotom. We throw Mimikyu down. Now they can't use the Pal Pad to get the 2 bosses back. I think they use more than 2 bosses, but they only... So they could end up having more boss, but that should be okay. We go throw the Rotom down. We throw that on top of Rotom. 250 is a lot. We go ahead and Pal Pad here. Let's get the Roseanne and the Penny back. With that, we can go ahead and... Ooh. I don't think we need to do anything quite yet. I think we're okay. What we can do here, though, is Handheld Fan onto our Sandshrew. Just in case they do knock it out, we can move that double turbo away from the Iron Hands. And we can instant charge. That Roseanne, guess what that's going to do? That's right. It's going to be able to get us the Town Store and the Hero's Cape. And a Pokemon, which would probably be the Budew. Lightning Ball is going to start hitting our Mimikyu. That's fine. Do have the Town Store. We can get rid of a couple things on his bench. Getting rid of a bunch of stuff doesn't really affect us too much. Let's go ahead and... Roseanne's back up here. Let's get that, and let's get our Budew. We can then go ahead and Town Store... Let's get our Hero's Cape. Do we want a Pokemon Catcher? We could. We could. It would make it hard on things. We don't have the Penny just yet. And so I don't know that I want to do anything else other than instant charge. We do have the Penny. Look at that. It is our turn. We do have some stuff here. What can we do? What can we do? You know what? I don't mind throwing... You know, I don't mind the Penny here. We'll pull up the Mimikyu here. And we can throw the Rotom up. We can then Mimikyu down. Hero's Cape to the Mimikyu. Switch Cart. Bring that Mimikyu up. And then, let's see. We've got plenty of things we could do. Don't think we need to. Let's go ahead and end our turn. That Magneton comes down, doing 40 damage, so it's not doing a ton. We'll get another Penny by that time. We've only got 1 in discard, and 2 of them are in the deck somewhere, or potentially in our prize cards. So we should be okay. Choosing a new active is going to go ahead and bring up that... Oh, bring up the Raichu. I would guess tries to KO something. Okay, bringing just a ton of stuff so that he can one-hit KO something with the 60 damage applying. Probably this Rotom. We've got a Rescue Board now, so we'll just go ahead and Pokemon Catcher. Why not? Does it work? It does. That's okay, though. We can bring up this Pikachu. We can then potentially... Do we mind giving up a prize card? I don't think we do. We don't have the ability, though, to switch or anything. That Mimikyu, that's fine, though. Let's Arven. Oh, we do have the Switch card here. And we can get a tool. Let's get ourselves the Gravity Gemstone. No, let's get ourselves a Handheld Fan. We'll go ahead and Budew Handheld Fan. We already kind of know what he's looking for, which is going to be the boss KO. So we can go ahead and... yeah, let's go ahead and Rotom. Instant charge. There's a Xerosic. We're okay. Just keeps questioning what we're doing. What we're doing is winning, believe it or not.
Don't get cocky!
Probably kind of start putting some stuff down on our Mimikyu. We're not going to worry too much, though. We've got that Switch Cart. We'll just Switch Cart Budew, put this 1 energy onto Latias. Since it has free retreat, technically, because it does give itself free retreat, we can just Budew, not remove it. Okay, you're fine. Yes, does give us a prize card, or does give him a prize card, but he's going to have to take a lot of prize cards. Okay. Just goes ahead and passes the turn. We've got a Penny now, so now we're really actually pretty happy with some things going on. What we can do here is Honchkrow, pick up this Lumineon, Protective Glasses, Bravery Charm, Town Store, Bravery Charm. Now it's a 350 HP Honchkrow. It's going to be really hard to kill. Let's see, what else could we be doing here? Yeah, we're fine with everything we've got going on. We'll just go ahead and instant charge. Okay, we've got another Arven. Arven could potentially go and get us the Heavy Ball. I don't think we've played it. We have not. And goes ahead and passes the turn. Okay, we've got a Night Stretcher here. Nothing that I really particularly think we need. We're pretty happy with what we've got in our hand. We can just go ahead and Rotom here. Okay, we've got another Lively Stadium. We'll just put that in front of our Town Store and probably Iono. And be pretty happy with that. Okay, putting it on the Zapdos. No big deal. That makes it, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. And then 10 is in here. He does have a ton of energy, or typically they have a ton of energy. We'll go ahead and add just HP all around. I think that could be really fun. Don't want to give... So he would have 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 plus. So we'd have more cards, and that would potentially get us be able to hit him with the Xerosic. It's an option. I think we should wait though, and we can just end our turn here. I'm just gonna pass the turn to us. That's fine. Another Pokemon Catcher. We'll just end our turn. Yeah, so the draw pass is probably going to be a pattern for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to when something interesting happens. Heavy Ball, let's see what we have in our prize cards. Why not? Let's look at our whole prize card. We got one more Pal Pad. That sucks. And our Cyllene, that also sucks. But overall, it's okay. Too much. Finish off the Heavy Ball. In turn. Go ahead and get rid of 7 cards, homie. Okay. And we can go ahead and, you guessed it, end turn. No big deal here. Draw card, Honchkrow, and yeah, we can go ahead and hit you with the Iono. Why not? And a Penny. We like this. We can go ahead and instant charge instead of ending our turn, but basically just ending our turn. And with that, another deck out from Honchkrow V Control. If you're not playing it, you really should be. It's fun. It's annoying. And there you go. Honchkrow V Control. It is showing out and it's super fun. This is a deck that is going to upset people. Again, huge, fantastic, amazing shout out to Control Players Unite, CPU, especially Red. You really helped me out a lot, bud, and I appreciate you with the help. What would I change in this? Definitely add, while it's still in rotation at least, definitely add a Forest Sealstone. It could come in really handy. We've got plenty of pennies, so we can just pick up something like our Honchkrow V, Rotom, Lumineon, whoever. We can pick it up, and it's really just a one-time use anyway, and then as a fodder card, we can get rid of it with the Ultra Ball or with something else. So definitely a Forest Sealstone needs to get played in this. And I could definitely see a Cornerstone Ogerpon being played in this. Just more Mimikyu shenanigans, basically. You have an ability. I don't care. So I could see you putting an Ogerpon, or at least a Cornerstone Ogerpon, in this deck. Other than that, I don't think I would change a whole lot. This does not survive rotation, but that's obvious. But anyway, it doesn't survive rotation, but if you're playing it, you have the ability to play it one last time, give Honchkrow the flowers it deserves, because it's a super fun deck and a super fun Pokemon. Would I take this to a cup or a challenge? No. Mainly because I'm not a control player, and I think it's really mean, especially if, say, for instance, somebody's playing a best of one and you're only doing 30-minute rounds. Normally, that's not the case in the cups or challenges, but if somebody's doing best of one 30-minute, you're kind of a jerk for playing a control deck. Best of three 50-minute rounds, I could definitely see a control player using this deck and having a lot of fun with it. So even going against a deck that we have weakness against, it doesn't matter. Like, we just throw that one protective glasses down on a Honchkrow or down on Lumineon, and you can't take extra prizes off it. So we kind of enjoy what we've got here. Would I take this to a regional? Yes. Yes, I would. Do I think I'll win the regional, or I'll do a lot with that regional? Probably not. It is a dumbed down version of something like a Blocklax or a Pidgeot Control, but with this deck, we're able to do a little bit more and survive more attacks that come from the meta. With the Toedscruel, we're able to kind of hurt the meta like something like Goldengo that you saw, where it wants to get a bunch of energy back in its hand, or Chien-Pao wants to get a bunch of energy back in its hand, but with Toedscruel, you're not allowed to do that. Stuff like Raging Bolt that uses Pokestop, and stuff like and stuff like Roaring Moon that uses Pokestop. Toedscruel kind of goes, okay, I'll deal with that too. So really, in all honesty, this is a deck that actually I think probably could be used at a regional, and I think if there's another regional before rotation, I would actually consider it. So maybe give it a shot, tell me what you think, and tell me how stupid I am for doing that. Anyway, if you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do all the things to help me continue to do this. It helps the algorithm a ton. It just helps me be motivated. Again, huge shout out to CPU. You are a fantastic man, Mr. Red. And with that, have fun, stay safe. I love you. Bye.